Okay, we're back again, once again. Let's Paint TV, hanging out with you again, hanging out in the studio, trying to motivate ourselves to do stuff, art related stuff, whatever that may be. Just to recap, busy weekend of sorts. We finished the marathon telethon on Friday night. I want to thank everybody who helped out and supported us on that. That front. It was an eastern front, a western front. So we're back. So anyway, I was just thanking you for supporting the Kickstarter, making the book. We're basically because we worked hard on hacking away on the book. We are halfway there with the images and ideas, and I just have to crank out and bust out the other half of painting wise, and we'll do that in the coming weeks. In the next few days, just to give you a rundown of the excitement of what's going on here on Let's Paint TV. We're gonna break out the watercolors. That's right. New front. We got a new front, and it's watercolors and stuff like that because I want to. And I got a little show coming up at the Daniel Rolnick Gallery in there on La Cienega in Los Angeles, Culver City area. So I think it's officially L.A., but it's also Culver City next to it. That's about it. We had a nice little run, a performance at the Pear Space too the other day, and I'm somewhat recovering from it all. So doing some watercolors will be fun to do. So let's set this up if we can. So let me set up some stuff here. I'm gonna get some more water and some coffee also, and we'll be taking your calls here at 818-528-4516. Just to give you get you all excited, I'm gonna do a beer sign in watercolor. I think that will be fun to do. Okay, so, all right, so I'll be right back. Hey. Okay, we're back. Let's Paint TV. Tell your friends we're here live. No one cares. We got one person watching. That's all right. You know, I'm just doing this sometimes just because it's a habit forming. Maybe it's and because I like doing it is what I'm saying is I like doing this. Come what may, come what may, come to May. Come May. May is right around the corner. All right, let me stop looking at stuff and get back to the idea of what we're supposed to be doing, which is putting on an award-winning television program. Better put this underneath. Oh no, I gotta go over there. All right. Gotta see my bald head, I would imagine. How about this would look good? This shot will probably be good to keep down on that on a paper like that. This thing's in the way. Oh. Let's just sit down for a second. Let's just sit down and talk. It's actually quite it's quite pleasant. It's quite pleasant. Quite pleasant. It's quite pleasant now. So much to do, my friends, so much to do. So much to do and plenty of time. So much to do and plenty of time is really the story. It's not really that you don't have the time or not enough time. There's plenty of time. There's just so much to do. It's overwhelming is really the time. There's plenty of time. Has spring sprung? I think it has sprung, hasn't it not? Spring has sprung. We are in spring, aren't we? It is a nice. It's not windy either. It got kind of windy out here in LA. Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Let's see if I can get this to figure out here. I want to just move you over here if I can. Is that possible? Yeah. It should work. And yeah, it is not working. It kind of worked. Yeah. That's about what I want, I think. Except for this thing's in the darn way. Maybe I gotta. How did I do it? Oh, you know what I did? I had to go over here. All right, let's bring you back further over to here. There. Okay. I guess that's what we'll do. Ouch. Okay. All right. There, we're going to paint that. All right. Let me see if I can pick up some other stuff that we got to do. Okay. Get our watercolor outfits out. Okay, it's a sheet of watercolor paper. Okay. I don't know if anyone's familiar with watercolor, but it's a fun thing to do. It's very pleasurable. Right now I'm wetting down the surface of the paper. It's not necessarily. I don't know if everyone does it this way. It's a habit, but I like it. It kind of helps the surface pores of the paper open up to the paint. That's what we're doing. The only problem is you got to kind of have to wait just a tad bit, depending on how your temperament. My temperament is, generally speaking, not much of a waiting. Don't have much patience, so I don't wait too long. But you want to probably wait. A little bit, otherwise the paint will just bleed and go all over the place, which can be wonderful. I kind of like it, but maybe sometimes too much is too much. Sometimes it just gets out of hand. Well, there you go. That's one step for mankind. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's take this stuff off to the side. I'm not doing these anymore. I think I was going to do some more of these, and I think I'm going to stop doing them. Just trash them maybe, or we'll just put them off to the side for now. Don't worry about it so much. All right, this will give us time to, I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. And I got some brushes here. So I got some brushes and I got my paints. This is kind of a new thing for me, the using tube watercolors. And this palette too is all new, so it's kind of fun. It's fun to have new art materials, I gotta say. Gotta say, it is kind of fun. Oh, what's that? Did I get, no, that's okay. So let's go ahead and put down some fresh paint into our various receptors. There's a little bit of yellow. Some kind of red. What is this red? Windsor red. Actually, I don't need to put any in there. I'm just going to do a little bit. Don't really need to. Green. Yeah, we're out of green. Let's put some green here. Guess we used a lot of green. Green. This is alizarin crimson. I have plenty of it. Blue. I got plenty of that, but I need some. The ultramarine, French ultramarine blue. That's the one I use a lot, and I'm out of. In yellow ochre, looks like I could maybe give it a smidgen. So now these are watercolors, as I think I've pointed that out. And you know, there is a different way, mannerisms to it. Than doing it with oils. But having said that, there are a lot of also, you can still use the same ham-fisted approach is what I will be showing you. And mainly that it would be to be jumping in, to jump in and start doing it instead of being too particular. One thing that people like to do is do a drawing with their pencil, and then you have your outlines. I find that, you know, I've done that. I've had success with it, but and maybe I should do that. But it looks like I'm probably not. But I probably should, shouldn't I? One way, okay, I'm not going to do it. But what I will do is lightly draw with a small brush what I'm thinking of going to be painting. That way, you're not going to impose too much on. That's probably too strong of a color, but that's okay. If we screw up, what I'm saying is your light drawing will be over. You can overpower it with more color usually. That's why you want to go lighter. But you can see that's probably a better color. The reason why I don't like the drawing part is it just you end up taking too long with the process, and then you never get into painting, and then you need to take a break and all that. Just get right into the painting, guys. And one way to do that is just start drawing with your brush, and as opposed to and don't worry about, oh, let me get some paper towels just in case you want to worry. I got one right here. You can pick it up if there is like a major within due time, and that's like within a fraction of a second. Let me get my paper towels. I got some paper towels over here. All right. Oh, yes. There you go. Oh, goodness. Now we got some paper towels. That will be of help. So we're just kind of getting a grasp of what this is all about. So then hams is going to go basically beer and then hams here. 3/4 is not quite halfway up, and so that's about right here, I would say. And then you got a beer can. The beer guy is here. He goes kind of, I don't know, we might have to figure that out later, but as we go. As like I said, it's okay, the lines are incorrect. Where's my, oh, here. Anyone out there? There's few people watching. Anyway, watercolor is a wonderful, it's clean, it's very clean. It's not so messy. You don't get this mess crap all over you, you know? It's kind of nice in that department. It's kind of nice to travel with too, you know, you can easily bring it with you. Okay, so so we're going to put hams here, obviously. We'll do the hams at some point. And so this part here, this is why I liked it, is because this is kind of a weird, these are some trees. All right, there's a little backdrop, and then there's this silly bear, the Ham's beer bear, which is definitely funny looking. He definitely makes you want to drink a beer, that's for sure. And he's on a see, I'm getting it all wrong, but that's okay. In fact, I think you're better off getting it wrong than getting it right. I guess the drawback of drawing with the paint is, particularly maybe what I'm doing right now, is that you might be better off. I don't know. I think you're better. Well, that the pencil is I find to be you know, stays there. I don't know, honestly. Again, I'm not an expert at watercolor. I did win an award actually once, but to win something in art is just sheer luck. It really is. It's now you could distinguish it based on certain technical marvel abilities, but that's not what art is about. You know that. So we talk about that all the time. All right, so here is sort of our deal. Okay, so I got it kind of mapped out. Oh, is there someone at Revon's is there? Yeah, I got an award once in watercolor, believe it or not, from the Winsor Newton people. second place, mind you, second place. Okay, let's take a bigger brush, and I'm gonna go kind of yellowy, maybe a little yellow ochre too, and more water. And we got yellow here where the beer is. See, that could be more yellow ochre. I could fix it. There's a line there. Again, I'm not going to worry again about exact aspects of this. We just want to get it going and get a sense of what's going on. So and then this one has kind of a border. There's a border here. So I'm going to put the border on there too, which is kind of yellow-ish. Now, if you were a somewhat really skilled, unlike myself, or really got it figured out in terms of how to make these colors work, because these do different things compared to what, say, your oil paints will do. Predominantly, this is translucent. And I kind of, they do have this sort of premise, a way of thinking where you use the white paper as the white, so you don't actually use white paint. So that kind of throws all matters, and actually you can use a white, but it's usually never, it doesn't really work very well. The way it does, it's kind of, it generally seems to be more of a mistake for myself, but plenty of people use it with no issues. I just have trouble I'm not happy with the results that I basically use it for. Tried to use it as. It's always disappointing. So, that's something that's a decision here. Okay, so there's that. Now there's blue here, and we should probably do the ham sign, the lettering for ham. Should we do that? Oh, we'll do that last. Who's else in there? Are those watercolor pencils any good? No. Yes, I'm a southpaw. No, Revon's watercolor pencils, in one word, suck. They suck. All right, just letting you know. I'm not a pencil guy, so just letting you know. Okay, let's put in the blue and for the water, get that going. And there's a lot of stuff going on there. Now it's like they're rapids, they're river rapids, so we can kind of maybe possibly use our brush to give that feel. And again, so we're just kind of moving our brush in that direction as if there are rapids, and maybe we'll get some kind of proximity or likeness to that idea. And but if we don't, it's okay too. The tendency, though, with the watercolor is you feel like, oh, I fucked up, and there's no way, I can't go back, and you can't set it up, or that can be sort of how it turns out a lot of times. One time, now this is an example, or I would say that many times the reason why it screws up for you, the watercolor, is you're using bad watercolor paint, like a student grade paint, and also bad watercolor paper. And between those two, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance to find any success in watercolor using watercolor. That's just my 2 cents on that. I just noticed there's a line here actually. I shouldn't be using this little brush, and I am. you say bummer. Look, Revons, don't. I said I didn't like them, but I'm not a pencil guy. I don't like pencils. I mean, I'm not a drawer. I don't like that idea of drawing, particularly if you're going to end up painting at some point. So I think drawing tends to keep you from painting in some ways. You know, when you really want to be painting, just put some paint, get the paint going. Don't be spending all day long trying to draw. What drawing does is fine. It's just it causes a technical. You get immersed in the technical aspects of depiction, and then when you come to the painting process, you let that play too much of a part when the painting is many times has a lot more to do with the what color and paint is doing, and that's just my personal feeling about it. So, but believe me, I have used them. I just don't find they're very helpful. I haven't seen terribly many great, interesting things done with, watercolor pencils or pencils in general. But it's easy to get disappointed with watercolor. I gotta say, it's in many. I mean, I would. Here's the knock with watercolor. You can't sell it as much as you could with an oil paint. Generally, is the case. Though it doesn't have to be the case, and in fact, in a more contemporary art sense, which, I'd love that idea that I'm somehow participating in that arena at some point, or that's then it's not so much the case, but it still does still play a role in terms of it's work on paper, and it's silly because this is a painting. Watercolor is a painting, and yet it's works on paper. It's kind of strange, right? Okay, so then these guys are there. Let's put a little sky yeah, let's see. I can do the green next. We can do the green next. I'm not reading your chats. There's only a few people watching here. Let's see here. I can't get to it too well from this angle, but is anything I'm missing here or no? Not really. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, okay. Exciting. So in a way, it's kind of lightly painted everything. Oh, I know what let's go do the paint the bear and all, and the inner tube. I find too that when it comes to painting, when you change mediums, which isn't what I basically have been doing of late, been working on watercolors the last couple of days, and what happens is it takes a while to get used to the procedures, and usually you discover things soon after as opposed to right away. It's just takes a while to get up to speed and figure out what you can do with it. I need some water, drink some actual real water. This guy has a little patch. So I wiped away some of the paint. See, it's too late to wipe away paint down here, but I caught it in time. You can catch it right in time, and you can get rid of the little spots. So now I'm going to come back in a second and put a little yellow and a little red. That's like a little patch for the inner tube. He patched it, the bear did. Isn't that cute? Now there's kind of a shadow on the side here. So let's go ahead and try to get the bear going. Now I'm running the risk of having it bleed, which it happens. For me, the bleeding is kind of fun to see. It's kind of like when you do prints are like that. When you do printing and you put it through the press, you don't necessarily know what's really going to happen, and that's what watercolor kind of does in your very eye. Now, as you see, now when you get more, when you understand what's going on, then you're better off you can handle the emotional roller coaster of what the water and the paint's doing. You know, you have a better pH balance scenario with what the water and paint is doing for you. You get a better sense. I'm not. I don't think I've ever really gotten too good at figuring it all out. Just good enough to somehow get a decent. And that's fine. I think being decent or getting something that's decent, decently acceptable, is probably better than something that is, again, in my estimate, my thoughts, than something that is precise. I still try, end up being, work that idea of having control and precision, but I definitely welcome the unknown. Even kind of, maybe even the dumb of it, the silliness of it. You can see those lines that I had done earlier are disappearing, and if you use the pencil, it would do the same for the most part. But if you use too strong of a pencil, or the line that you used initially could end up staying there, which is, again, it's totally it's fine. These are the rocks. Yeah, watercolor pencils, just getting back to those, they, you know, they're less messy, I would say, right? What I find the drawback is you got to use a pencil sharpener all the time to whittle down the pencil. So that cuts into your energy level of doing stuff, because it throws you off having to go to that process. And you just can't get enough paint going, and to wet that, you have to wet it somehow. But again, if you're into the precision aspect of stuff, then it's probably going to be just fine, and you'll be more than happy to have that as something for you to I got to do the green next. Let me do something to work with. So much to do. Okay, let's put that little patch of red there. It's not right. It's not exact, but it's working. Let's get that going. It's kind of cute. I said I was going to do let's put the green down. Let's go to the green. I got my green over here. His name is Paul Revere. You guys still here? 5 people, 4 people watching? How are we doing with time? We're gonna go to tell your friends we're going down. We're gonna finish this no matter what. Okay, some green there. It's okay if it's the wrong color, you know. That's too dark for the background. What I'll do is, with the paper towel, is go and pick it up. Not all of it, it's just some of it. There you go, just kind of knock some of it off. Too much strength in the too potent of a color. Now these guys are here too. Kind of throw them in a little bit. We'll come back in and get some little more detail. Okay, so now I got to do the sky. Oh no, I got to do that tree up ahead. So that tree's a big. It's always a decision if you want to do the sky. I'll probably, you know what? Let's do the sky first. It's just blue. Let's make it a blue sky. So let's give it some blue. There you go. Let's go put the blue up there first. So basically, the way I'm painting, you kind of have to make some sort of, you don't have to, I'm just saying what tends to happen is one makes decisions about when and where to put certain colors because we know they're going to be mixing, doing this and that. And there's usually rules, or well, I hate to say rules, but there's usually a thumb, a procedural thumb of thought. How to avoid saying rules, but since I'm not keen on having anyone worry about the rules, but what tends to happen is you also go thin to thick, or light, and that's why I started the drawing, even though I didn't draw per se with a pencil, which a lot of people start off their watercolors in that sense. I did start it off with lightly colored lightly colored pigment on my brush, right? So we can put some darker lines in the water now that I'm seeing here. Oh, I know. I can fill in that space here also with some orange, yellow ochre or orange, whatever. More yellow ochre. Okay, maybe go a little darker with some other kind of color there. It's not really so. And that's kind of the nice thing too, is that you can just kind of throw in another color right on top to help give it a little more depth, the color that whatever you're trying to pictorially depict. Okay, so we'll put the little branch up there, and I can go in there and fix those right now too. Let's go ahead and do some of that with some dark color, some dark green. Oh, you know, I want to drink some water. That's what I wanted to do. You're watching Let's Paint TV. We're doing a watercolor. It's watercolor week. Tell your friends. All right, that's good. Some water. There you go. Okay, so we're back. Drink all that water real quick. Okay. Any other comments in the comment section there? Okay, great. Oh, okay. So let's go back to our painting. It's all right if it doesn't look exactly like what you're thinking. You know, take some liberties here. Okay. I'm gonna jump in and get to the Ham's beer label. Now I got a big brush for this purpose, and it's questionable if I should do that, but I'm feeling lucky or something. I don't know. Okay, it's coming along now. Let's do the little registration mark. Let's do the hams up here on this guy. Probably too much. All right. It's coming along. Oh, let me just, where is this mic? I don't mind the wires, but they do get in the way. Okay. They're really in the way right now, actually. Let's move you over here. That way you won't be in the way so much. Okay, good idea, John. Good idea. Okay, so let's see. This brush here was a brush. I bought it, and then I guess it's kind of a good brush, isn't it? Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the tree up there. Question is, do I want to make it? Probably let's go with a big brush again. No, stay away from the little brush. Use the side of the big brush if you can. Only thing I don't like about this is my back. I'm lurching over too much to get to the watercolor. It's not a good posture, you know what I mean? It's not. You know what I mean? Okay, that's looking good. Oh, I know I can do it. Put the little line. Alrighty, it's coming along, coming along. Make this a little more darker, the water area, or get some, play that up just a tad bit more. Doesn't have to be too much. Maybe not a lot, actually. Maybe it just needs to be more, something like that. Let's go ahead and do his face. Well, okay, we're going to continue on with this. I'm going to just take a little quick break. Be right back. The back hurts. Get some more water. You just need to be sitting down. I think I just need to sit down, because if I stand it, just as much as I like standing in painting, I think it's not gonna work too well. Okay, let's now this is I want to paint the background too. It's got a nice it's like a wood backdrop. Probably taking a little longer than I wanted to on this, but it's somewhat enjoyable, so I'm gonna just keep going with it. Why not? Let's see if we can get some lines. Wood. It's like wood paneling. Maybe just a little more. Okay, it's coming along here. We've got most of the elements somewhat So now we're going to just do a little wash on the water, the white area. Needs just a simple wash. And maybe a little wash here and there somewhere else. What else are we missing? Anything else? Not really. Okay, we're getting close to being done. Just going to take a big brush and do some maneuvering. Not a big brush, but just this brush. This brush will be good. Give it some, whoops. Just kind of do something to the white. Okay, well, that's it for now. I don't know if it's any good or done or whatever. I might have just screwed it up just now with that move. Let's pick it up with some of the paper towel. Might have been too much of a good thing. But maybe that's all I needed to do. Too much bleeding, but a little bleeding's good. I got one more little deal over here. Just a little bleed. We'll let the bleed be. All right, that's gonna be it. I'm probably done with the piece. Let's pick up some of that. But yeah, at some point, don't worry about the bleeds. It's part of the beauty of watercolor. Don't worry about the mistakes, because there's plenty of them. After all this, it's just, oh, you know what? I see one thing I could do. This section here looks like it gets darker. Just a tad bit. That's, ooh, just made me realize I should go darker down here with these. Just a little bit. Anywhere else? Maybe up here. Not too much. Just, this brush is not as smooth of an operator as I like it to be. Okay, that's it. I quit. I think I quit. That's good. All right, it's already drying up. And we are, done. We're done. It could be better, and it could definitely be worse. Okay, let me do one more thing. A little more shadow on that side there. Shouldn't be using that. That brush kind of sucks. It doesn't have the delicacy that I would want in a brush anymore. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I need to somehow clean it. Well, guys, that's the show here today. Thanks again for being here. Watercolor week here at Let's Paint TV. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.